Hey everybody, welcome to another video. This is a Hobonichi cousin flip, which is well overdue, and I just want to talk to you guys about this cousin. So this is actually a spring start cousin that was cut down to B6 size. It is in a Bujo planner cover, which I'm not super nice to my covers, so it's definitely seen some things. Like this is where the little string on the inside sticks, but I like toss this in my purse. It has held up pretty well because this leather over here is very smooth, and I think if I wanted to like buff out some of the scratches I could. This leather here is so soft and I love it. It is a little more delicate, but it is, I think, very forgiving. In the front pocket here, I just have some of my go-to stickers for the time being. So Midnight Planning, Salam Creative, Paper Bits Co. and Planner Monkey Co. and then the Coffee Monsters Co. These No Time to Write stickers have been cracking me up. When she posted these, I was like, I need like 10 sheets of these. So I bought a whole mess of them. I got this book initially with the intention for it to be really whatever I wanted. I was in rings, but I was feeling the need for some more long form journaling. And the only other book that I have is a small A6 5-year Hobonichi, which doesn't leave a lot of room for elaboration. That Hobonichi is good for tracking like the highlight of the day, a happy moment, general thoughts about the day, feelings, events that occurred, for memory keeping, right? In March, I got this book because I had filled up my other B6. I filled up 2 of the big 500 plus page sterling ink notebooks between September 2023 till March 2024. I filled them up because I write a lot most of the time, but I wanted something dated because I found that I was falling out of my journal practice, but I didn't want to force myself to do long form journaling because over the last year being in my head is not always like a super fun place to be. So this is what the ideas for this book is really anything I want to, included but not limited to all of this, which I think I did a little video on this before. So we're just gonna flip through really quick how I've used this before. So again, this is a cousin, but it is cut down to B6 size, and I've been in it since March, and she's already pretty thick. I know I won't be in it past December, may not be in it past this month because of the changes I'm making to my system, my little current planner crisis, and you wanna know what? I am 100% okay with that. I was not gonna force myself to stay in this book if I wasn't wanting to be in this book, especially because I go through phases where I want a planner separate from a journal. The reason I separated it out to start with was because my planning really needed to be about planning and productivity, and I felt like I was getting distracted. But after a little while, I started to miss having a space to journal more creatively. And so I am gonna be going back into an all-in-one system. I got a couple of Planner Monkey Co. freely planned notebooks. I will likely fill up one of those notebooks in a matter of 2 months. That's about how fast I go through them when I'm using an all-in-one book. So the duo lately has been rings. I was in personal size with Frank and Covey Compact previous, and then into pocket. And then previously was in personal wide, so we've been on a journey. But been consistently in rings since about October of last year, and then had some kind of journal in addition to that. The rings initially started out as like a supplement book, very quickly turned into a daily driver because I just loved the flexibility as I played with it more, and it lent itself to what I needed it. But what I need at the time also is to be able to have some creativity and stuff in my actual books. So here we go. This is High Paper Clouds, Planner Monkey Co., Planner Monkey Co. I have no idea what happened here, but I've been sort of indexing this and then I stopped. If I had specific things, I put it up here, and then I realized that I really didn't need to do this. Maybe on a day I'll get a wild hair to go back and sync up the days, and even in January, because I knew, like I said, I'm not gonna be in this book past December. I already know this. I'm using the January through March pages overflow for certain days, which you'll see. So here is July. I was using this for the feelings of the day, which I loved, and then would go through, literally went through phases where I literally didn't touch this book basically all of June, which is fine. Again, I wasn't gonna force myself to do it. Here's July. So busy 3 days to get ready for time off. I was out of town, very busy and rushed this week. Fly to Tahoe with Caitlin and Taylor. Cleaning days that came home. Busy day, happy birthday to me. I turned 33. busy week, day with Lauren, watched the Olympics today, like different things like that, right? So same thing in August. We're just kind of like, what, today's the 10th. I may come back in here and drop a day or two, but like I'm going dress shopping with my future sister-in-law. I'm her maid of honor. My brother is getting married. I had lunch with my brother, resort day, my boyfriend's birthday. He turned 43. Feelings of the day. So it's just kind of whatever. There's no real purpose to it except for I would like to fill it out, but I'm flexible with what I put in it. So, and you can tell where it's cut off on the bottom and on the side, which this is fine. I'm not planning in this. I'm using it for just funsies. We're gonna flip through, but we're gonna go back to how I started using this, which was favorites of the week, gratitude and affirmations. I was really having fun decorating this. This is a lot of London gifties, testing fountain pens. This is where I started to kind of fall off of using this book sort of towards the end of the May. And then I just put here, remember the blank pages tell a story. I just remember being so busy and overwhelmed and feeling crunched with time and very crazy. And the last thing that I had the bandwidth to do was pick up a book and journal. There was just not the time or the energy. Or I could have made the time, but other things were just more important. And I felt this impact. So the story isn't paused, just more quiet to make room for other things, and that's okay. So I was just making room and prioritizing other things. Then, notes for the day, just random thoughts of the day here. Very easy. This is June now. Here's June, things I'm loving this week. Loving this week. Again, books I'm reading, things I'm doing. No time to write, oh well, womp, travel week, car repair. Happy birthday to me, 33. Again, it was my birthday today, but it was a hella busy week. Things I'm loving, things I love this week, which is some washi tape. Very easy peasy. Things I love this week. That's is last week, and then now we're in the first week of August. What I'm loving, and then I'll do some affirmations here on the side with the I Am app, just because I felt like switching it up. So that's the weeklies. Won't likely vary much from this because again, I'm not planning in it, but it's like, hey, what was I into this week? I'm listening to City of Thorns, enjoyed a new series, Kingdom of Lies by Stacia Stark. It's been so good. I've definitely been binging it. Oops, LOL. Also started listening to A Quarter Frost and Starlight, and that's been really good background noise. Enjoying some YouTube on stationery, which is nice because I've been a minute since I've been intrigued and soothed by stationery YouTube. Like, I just haven't wanted to watch it. I think because I wasn't as involved in my own stationery, and it made me feel like, not guilty, but it didn't resonate with me. Like, I couldn't relate because I wasn't there in my head. Then Bling Empire on Netflix is outrageous, but also hilarious. Enjoyed some time with that mindless entertainment. And so just notes like that. The dailies is where it gets really fun. I think I've done some flips on this. I've got a couple of book reviews that I still need to go back and fill in. So there's song lyrics, this is when Taylor Swift came out, lyrics, poetry, Akawar thoughts, journaling, friend zone, happy ever after playlist, books I read, currently inked, another book. I finished this one. I actually need to go back. I track my books in a Google sheet, and I want to come back and just fill in some notes because I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was funny. It made me really laugh, and I already actually typed out some notes in here that I'm just going to copy down and then put the dates which all this information is in my spreadsheet. And then got a new mug. This is when I started picking back up here in May of the long form journaling, doing daily highlights, kind of what was going on with the day, micro journaling. Again, Wednesday 5/8, this was for this day. So just because the day is dated doesn't mean that that's what's happening that day. It's just more so to keep me accountable to doing some journaling. Daily highlights, divergent thoughts. I watched all through movies. This book I started, I haven't finished it because I love it so much that I don't want it to end. It's been sitting on my nightstand since June. I think I started it in May. And it will take me like less than an hour probably to finish it. So I think about it, and I know that when I'm ready to pick it back up, I'll pick it back up again. Random screenshots. This is where I started to fall off of my journaling, and what I ended up doing is I ended up printing a bunch of screenshots and just kind of putting stuff in here. right? Camping, again, I didn't touch this book, so what did I do? I just printed off a bunch of photos, stuck them in here. And then I had a bunch of screenshots of inspirational things that I wrote in here, different quotes, lyrics, quotes, and a poem, random ass stickers, because I was just trying to put in some pretty things, random quotes. I told myself I wasn't gonna try to go back and fill the blank pages, but I felt inspired to do so one day, and that's kind of when I did all of this. More photos from Flagstaff, more photos from Flagstaff, photos from Flagstaff, daily stoic meditations, random ass journaling, daily stoic, quote, inspiration, quote, inspiration, quote, inspiration, quote, inspiration. And now we're in July. Then I went up to Payson, daily stoic, quote, Tahoe. I did a lot of traveling this summer. And then now we're into a quote, blank pages, which I probably not gonna do anything with. This was my birthday this day. So maybe I'll go back in and put some thoughts in on my birthday, although I really don't feel like it. Quote, or poem, quote, microjournaling, and photos of my bestie. I'm feeling back at home now here. End of July. I just took my big ass jumbo stickers from Planner Monkey Co. with some washi tape. I've been using this pen. This is part of what's been helping me get back into the swing of things. I've put the pause on my fountain pens for right now. I love them, but I'm just not at a point where I can use them consistently and be happy with them. Like, it's too much decision. I just need to pick up a pen and run with it. So this Sharpie S-Gel 0.7 and this has been really nice. So gratitude. Again, this has shifted a little bit, and then this is where like stickers came into play. This is where I'm finding my stride, and I just keep this at my desk and it sits underneath my laptop, and I just whip it out as the day goes on. And then, yeah. Then if I have a day where and these days were so busy, but I did end up having thoughts, so I did come back in and talk about what happened on those days. Because I remember walking in on this day being so overwhelmed, and so I spent like 30 minutes just writing to get stuff out of my head. I think these are so cozy and comfy right now, and then my Coffee Monsters Co. washi pre-order came in, and this is yesterday. I'll probably use another one of these stickers. Here's today, tomorrow, and then I don't have anything really else set up for the rest of the month, but I'm gonna do a little planner crisis video of what I'm switching, what's not working, what's happening, what I'm doing next. And I likely won't be in this book past August, which again is fine. I got this book not even intending to be in it past December. That is the flip for my cousin. Nothing crazy. It's just for funsies. It's been great. The reason I wanted to try to get back into doing something like this is because I separated out my stream of conscious journaling and microjournaling out from my planning, which if you've seen any of my B6 notebook flips, you understand what my normal style of planning is, or what my previous style of at least bullet journaling, planning, creative journaling altogether was. And I had to separate it out, but now having it separate is almost now worse. It's like one more thing I need to carry on, one more thing I need to touch. I just want to put everything back in one again and be done with it. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thanks guys so much for being here, and we'll chat soon.